Hello, I'm Jordan Brooks. It's now time for your national headlines. First, the Supreme Court has ruled the suspension of Parliament was unlawful.
The court is bound to conclude, therefore, that the decision to advise Her Majesty to prorogue Parliament was unlawful.
The panel of 11 justices agreed unanimously the prorogation of Parliament had the effect of frustrating the ability of the House of Commons. Supreme Court President Lady Hale said the effect on the fundamentals of democracy was extreme. The Prime Minister argued he wanted to carry out the prorogation ahead of a Queen's speech so he could outline his government's new policies. But critics said he was trying to stop MPs from scrutinising his Brexit plans. The court also found the suspension was void and of no effect, meaning Parliament has not been suspended. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn has called for Mr Johnson to consider his position following the Supreme Court's decision. And we'll be getting your thoughts on this later in the programme. Elsewhere, airlines have been accused of exploiting the collapse of Thomas Cook after prices for the company's former routes have drastically increased. Potential customers noticed flights increasing by hundreds of pounds hours after the announcement. It comes as holidaymakers have started arriving back on chartered flights after the collapse of the company. The directors of the tour operators are also set to be investigated following its collapse. Business Secretary Andrea Leibson wants to have them checked to see if they caused the company detriment, as figures show they've been paid a combined £20 million in salaries and bonuses since 2014. And finally, the Shadow Chancellor has suggested a potential 4-day week in Britain within 10 years, if Labour are elected. Speaking at the Labour Party conference in Brighton, John McDonnell said we should work to live, not live to work. And those were your national headlines. Next, it's a look at the wider weather forecast from the Met Office.